my name is Francis Eberly with The Complete Leader with another episode of Ask the Coach. This is where you, our community, ask burning questions about career, work environment, and leadership from our expert faculty. Today, we have Davina Ware, who is a career and workplace strategist, marketing professional, founder of Upwardly Paved Path Career Coaching. Thanks for being here with us, Davina.
Thanks for having me today, Francis. Glad to be here.
Well, we have a question for you from our community, so I hope you're ready to answer this one. So here's the question. There are no growth opportunities at work. I've been at my job here for 5 years. I like the perks, I like the people I work with, but honestly, I'm bored. There's nothing stimulating about my role, and I'm not learning anything new. My company doesn't currently provide professional development, but I feel like I need it at this point in my career. What should I do?
That's simple enough. And boredom can turn into many other things. And I'm glad that this person isn't just happy to be bored, but rather they have this inkling for more. They want to strive for more. They want to exercise those brain cells, if you will, and move forward. So it sounds like the company is very much at status quo. They like the way things are operating. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But it sounds like though there's also good rapport and openness and good relationships. So I would think to suggest some professional development in the form of team building, because it seems like things are already working well. So why not build on it? So at the next team meeting or company meeting or something, suggest, hey, I've been looking into X program, and I think all of us collectively can really learn something from it. I think it'll help if that person maybe identifies something specific, because when you take a specific program like the Complete Leader or something and give details, then you give the manager something to work with. And these sound like managers who are probably super high steadiness in terms of their pace and environment. They probably don't want to change things. So it might take them a minute to absorb the information, think about it. But if you can lay it out for them line by line, features, benefits, outcomes, I think you'll get more buy-in to have a good conversation. But again, if that response is met with complete rejection, or if it's met with a negative response, then you can do a couple of things. If you aren't necessarily ready to leave, or you don't feel the pressure to leave quickly, then I would say figure out how you can make the most of your work. What can you do more efficiently? What can you do in your personal life to maximize your time? So this could be an opportunity for that person to just focus on themselves and their own growth and development outside of work, although it can impact their work. So I would say either getting involved with some mastermind groups, obtaining a coach to say, where can you be more effective as a professional, as a person? Also, when you're working with a coach, they will help you cast a vision for your future. So even if your future seems bleak or just not clear here, or you feel bored, when you partner with someone and cast vision for the future, you have something to look forward to. And then you can create a plan to think about, okay, I want to be here for another year. Great. Then the weight of the boredom isn't as heavy, and you have something to look forward to. You can start making a plan for your life. So all in all, you could either suggest it and provide really good detail with it. If you don't get a good response, then focus on how you can grow as a professional individually and work with that coach or consultant or program, mastermind, accountability partner that will help you cast vision to go to the next thing in the future.
Yeah. It's an interesting question in that, and then it's really good advice for them. And when I say it's interesting, what got me thinking is that this person doesn't say, they say there's no growth opportunity. So I'm wondering, they didn't say they asked or tried to pursue it. So we don't know if they've done that, or maybe they're not getting great performance reviews. And so, could it be somebody who really isn't necessarily doing great and just wants to advance because that's the expectation? Is there a different, in some ways, maybe it's the same advice, but someone who's not ready to advance, any different? I don't know if it'd be different advice or not.
That's a good point, because that's something worth exploring, where someone might maybe that's the tip of the iceberg that's telling them, hey, you don't like this, but you're not really doing anything to change it. So now the question is, why are you so comfortable in this space that you're in? Maybe there is some resistance. Maybe there have been changes that have been introduced that maybe you aren't on board with. So, and if that's the case, I would definitely say, well, let's explore the whys behind you being here for 5 years. Because at this point, I would assume you're maybe not just now getting bored, but maybe you've been bored for a while, and there was something happened, something occurred, or you saw something, you had a conversation, and made you realize that I want more than this.
And some would say there's some generational stuff potential too. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, I've been here, so I need to get promoted now." Well,
oh yeah,
I don't know if that's true. I mean, it depends on how big the organization is. If it's a small one, maybe there isn't a lot of growth opportunities. Yeah,
that's a good point as well. You're right. Some people have the idea that after X amount of years, I should move up to the next thing. I should be promoted. And if that was the expectation set by the company, well, then sure, you should be looking for it. But some companies don't, it could be a small company and they don't have the title to move you to the next level or to the next place, but they can promote you in terms of responsibilities. And then that's a conversation that you can have with your manager of, how can I expand what I'm doing? Maybe it's something as simple as that. If that person is now recognizing that they haven't been really on board for change. So that's a really good question.
Well, that's great. That's a really good response. And I think it's, again, excellent information. And I hope the person who submitted the question gets a chance to hear this. So Davina, this is really helpful. And so thank you for being here today and answering.
Thank you for having me. I hope that this was helpful.
Great. I'm sure it will be for somebody. And so that wraps up this episode of Ask a Coach. And check out our other scenarios on the Complete Leader website, and it's www.thecompleteleader.org. And the Complete Leader is one word. Well, thank you.